So first things first, by the time you're watching this, I'm not sponsored by anyone, which means that everything I'm gonna talk about here is based on my own experience with software, with platforms, after 14 years doing photography. This is everything I've done myself, and this is what works for me to have clients. So I'm gonna mention 3 ways to do a photography portfolio, so you have alternatives, but I'm gonna explain you one properly, which is building a website. I'm gonna walk you through mine, and I'm gonna tell you how you have to structure absolutely everything to make sure you convert clients and people book you, because so many times you can have visitors and they don't end up contacting you at all. I had that problem for many years, and now I had the right formula, let's say, and it's working out for me. So I'm gonna walk you through all of that, and I'm gonna tell you as well why you should never rely on Instagram or any social network for it. And that being said, for those new to my channel, I'm a professional photographer and creative director based in London, and I do YouTube videos all related to that, so please subscribe to my channel if this is something you will enjoy, and give a like because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And let's go to the video. The most popular ways to have a photography portfolio would be building a PDF file. You can do this with Canva. It's the one I use. There is millions of platforms, but this one is very popular. I do have a video about this, explaining how to earn money with product photography, and by the end of the video, you want to check it out. You have exactly a step-by-step of how to build a portfolio. It's super easy to build a PDF that way. The second option would be Instagram. I'm gonna tell you now why you should never rely on Instagram, but you wanna do a portfolio on Instagram within different niches as well. I do have a video about this on my channel, so I'm not gonna focus on that neither. And the third one is the website, and this is the one I'm gonna focus today because it's the only way you can get proper clients and look professional in the industry nowadays. So anyway, that being said, you should never rely on Instagram, first of all, because you would never get a professional email. It's not the same to approach a client with, for example, my email is info@laurabc.com, my domain. That's professional. That makes you look professional straight away and that you know what you are doing. Yes, you can know what you are doing with a Gmail or Hotmail account, but straight away the client is gonna see it with different eyes. So this is one of the main reasons. The other reason as well is that makes you look lazy. Like, if you are a photographer, you are a storyteller, a visual storyteller. So if you have great photography and then you don't bother to create a beautiful website to show your images, that's not gonna show professionality and that you really care for the details. So don't be lazy and build a website, because it's not even about the price anymore, because it's very cheap. I'm gonna show you later as well. And then another big, massive reason is you don't have branding. Branding is key, because everyone, when they see the colors of your brand or the font you use, they're gonna recognize it and attach it to your name. So for example, I'm gonna show you my website later, but my branding would be like black and white and very clean, super clean. And then others can be another thing, I don't know. But you know what I mean, like branding represents you as a photographer or as an artist. And in Instagram, you cannot create any kind of branding. The only branding you can play with is, as I did, you can check my Instagram account, is with the cover of the highlights. You can play there with the background and with the typo, with the font. And mine is black, obviously. But you can play with that and that's it. Or maybe even with the typo of the bio, you can change the letters. And that's all you can do on Instagram. You cannot generate your branding or your tone of voice even, because captions are not the same than explaining everything properly on a website. And another thing as well about Instagram that is a pain in the ass, and I'm sure you agree with me, is following. It's very bad and frustrating that if you don't have following on Instagram, it's like you are nobody. And you can have the best amazing work in the world. If someone sees your Instagram and you don't have following, it's like you are nobody. And it's so damn unfair, because as you know, it's so hard to grow on Instagram nowadays unless you share video, Instagram stories, IGTV. You have to do so many things to grow on Instagram as a photographer, and it's not fair if you have beautiful work and you don't have followers. If they see you don't have followers, they're gonna value you less, let's say. So this is not fair at all. And the last point about why you shouldn't rely on Instagram is that it's not accurate to your work. I'm way much more proud about my website, I'll show you later, because it's clean, it has my branding, and I have a lot of niches on my website. On Instagram, it's like I feel super frustrated because I can share just creative portrait. Because now it's like it doesn't match to put another kind of photography there. I do even have a travel account to be able to have travel photos as well. You cannot mix and match unless you edit everything in the same way. And guys, Instagram doesn't represent my work. I like my Instagram, but it doesn't represent everything I do. So having a website, guys, I think it's very clear you need one if you want to look professional. So that being said, we're going to jump into my website and I'm going to walk you through everything. I use a Squarespace by my own choice. First of all, I'm a graphic designer and web designer myself, and I did websites before, but it was very tricky and I was using WordPress. But recently I moved to Squarespace because I wanted to open an e-commerce shop, which you will see now, a blog, and I wanted to do many things that WordPress, I could have done it, but it would take me more time because I had to do it myself. And with Squarespace, everything is built up. You choose a template and you have many templates to choose from, and they are fully customizable for your branding. So I love that. And yeah, let's go to it. So this is my homepage, and as you can see, the main images is portrait photography, even though I have more niches on my website. This one is my main one, and that one has to stand out always. So whatever you love the most has to be always first. And then in the homepage as well, you have to have a lot of information there because clients nowadays are lazy to spend time clicking in the menu. So in the homepage, you have to put a lot of information and very valuable one. So I'm gonna show you now more. Here you see straight away. It's quite short, and it should be even shorter to be honest, but I couldn't make it happen. And you have to say who you are, photographer and creative director. Straight away the client knows what you do. And here is an introduction, what I do. I'm not gonna read it, you can read it later, you're gonna have the website below. And then in bold, this I'm gonna read it, is the most important part, which is what you do. So the client can have a clear understanding of what you do. And in my case, I say I work with ambitious artists, brands and individuals to make them look professional and stand out above competitors through outstanding creative photography. Super fancy. Together, we can develop the perfect imagery for your press, website, and social media growth. This nowadays is gold, guys. Everyone has social media. Social media is very powerful. So if you do photography for social media, you're gonna get bookings because everyone needs it. And then straight away, I'm not gonna read the rest, but I put get in touch. Call to actions are super important in websites. This was my first mistake time ago. I had a very beautiful portfolio. I had so many beautiful images, but there was not call to actions anywhere. So it was very tricky for the client to contact me unless they would go through the menu and they would go to the contact form. It didn't work out. Nobody used to contact me that way. So you put here this button and then you put here a sign in. So if you have credentials, put them because they are never enough. And then let's go with niches. So the main niches go later. Music, portrait photography. This is what I used to do the most. Now with the lockdown, it's been very messed up, but I keep it there because it's what I love the most doing. So I put music photography, I explain a bit what I do and see more. And if people click in see more, they go to my artist portfolio. You will see later. Then I carry on. Lifestyle photography. Again, lifestyle photography nowadays is very requested. So I put lifestyle photography and I explain like I do professional monthly content for their websites or social media. Super important as well to catch clients. And then see more and people would see the lifestyle section. And then fashion photography. So again, a little introduction and then see more and they go to the fashion part. Let's scroll down. More photography I love to cover. So this is the main niches I also do. So for example, sports is how I started and I don't do it now that often, but I still want the clients to know I can do it because you never know who can book you. So always put it there if you are good at it. Then travel documentary, this is my favorite, but because I don't travel so often and it's, to be honest, harder to get money with just street photography or travel photography. I don't know, I put it below, but still I love to do it, so I have to keep it there. And then interiors is not something I enjoy a lot. I also like it, and I put it here. And then you go lower, and I have like a statement you can read later. And again, get in touch, call to actions all the time. Then a picture about myself with my camera, super smiley. Why I did this, I'm a portrait photographer. So people don't want to feel like the photographer is very serious or moody or whatever. So I really have to show myself in a friendly way. So here I'm laughing, I'm quite friendly, I don't know, I look cute in that picture. So it's good towards clients who want to do portrait photography with you. And then about me. So this can be a bit more extensive than the first part where you show what you do and you tell your story. So I explain here, I study graphic design and editorial production, the courses I've done, and in bold, the most important parts. Like I study art direction for fashion in Central St. Martin's. It's a very popular university in London, so I had to put that because it's reputation. So bold, always the most important parts. And then again, what I do in bold as well here. And again, contact me. Another call to actions is never enough. And then blog. This is more oriented for you guys, for photographers. It's very good to have a blog nowadays as a photographer because of SEO. So you have a blog and you create blog posts in your website. All the keywords you're gonna use, they're gonna be found by Google and they're gonna position your website first in Google. So if you do blog posts constantly, very good frequency would be at least once per week, which I don't do it because I can't keep up sometimes, but I try to do it often. You can do a blog post every day or every week or once a month at least, and it's very good. And it gives you reputation as well. So if I teach photography, clients gonna know I know about photography, otherwise I wouldn't teach photography. So this is very good to have as well. And I have the feature posts, the ones I really like, and then you can go here, visit my blog, and people would go to the blog. And then here I have about me, contact, my Patreon account, and my socials. So this is a very extensive home page, and this was my first mistake, guys. It was like my first mistake because my homepage was just a full screen picture that says bloody nothing to the client. So you have to have in the homepage, when people scroll, they have to know almost everything about you because people take 2 seconds to judge you. So this is a very good homepage, and something I do as well is asking feedback to my clients to see if they like it and it was easy to navigate for them. So let's carry on for the menu. I have portrait, fashion, lifestyle, travel, shop, blog, my equipment, and contact. I'm not gonna go through all of them because it would be too long this video. Let's go to portrait, for example, music artist. So when you open music artist or every section, I have it structured the same way. I put music artist and I put a little introduction, which I didn't know time ago. You have to put something because when you put keywords in the introduction, like music photography or portrait photographer, more keywords you're gonna give to Google to find you. So I put a little introduction, and then again, I put in bold here the magazines have been published because it's reputation. So the client sees better. And very, very short is 3 lines here, that's it. And another call to action. And then I would have the portfolio. And you can see here the pictures, the creative shots I do, and the client can see the shots. So yeah, the main part about the portfolios, when you categorize them by niches, is to put a little introduction. For example, let's go to fashion. You see as well, super short, and again, using keywords, fashion photography, London as well, your location. It's super important to put your location. And again, get in touch, and then you have here the portfolio. You're gonna be able to see the website perfectly later, so actually it's quite good because you can get it as an example, and it's working out for me, guys. I can promise you it works, so if you wanna structure it the same way, you can do it, feel free. And then lifestyle, travel, okay, this is the next thing, shop. This is one of the main reasons I love Squarespace, because for doing an e-commerce website is super bloody easy. You have templates, and I sell my presets. You can check them out. So here I put a little introduction explaining what they are about, and then here you have my presets. So this is my editorial collection pack, and then the same but mobile edition. So, and then you go over with the mouse, and it's super beautiful because you can see the second picture. And then you go down and you see the name of the product, the price, and the other preset. This is sold separately, Moody Greens. This one is super popular actually, people love it, for my travel shots. And again, it's super beautifully done. Like, I love Squarespace, and I'm not a sponsor, again, was my choice. So yeah, this is the shop, and it's super nice. I will add more things as well. I wanna add ebooks, courses. If you're a photographer and you don't wanna rely on clients all the time, this is gonna be very good. I do have a video about this, to don't rely on clients and make money with photography online. So I wanna build up courses and stuff and put them on my shop. And then blog. And this is something I really love because it looks very, very cool. You will see now. So here, straight away a statement of what is my blog about. A place for new photographers that want to learn new creative skills and make a living with their camera. How beautiful is that? So yeah, and then you can sign up to my newsletter, which is very good as well. Guys, feel free to do it. I'm not gonna spam you, I promise, because I don't even have the time to spam you. So I will send you maybe 1 email per month, if I do so. And it's gonna be mostly to keep in touch with you guys, because otherwise it's all relying on social media, and I don't really like that all the time. and I can send you freebies and discounts. And yeah, sometimes of course I'm gonna offer you my products, but it's not gonna be spammy, I promise you that. So feel free to sign up to get some freebies from time to time. And then if you go lower, you have the post, and it looks super cool, this blog, I love it. This is my Moody Greens presets. So what I did is, because so many times people need to see more of your presets, I did a blog post showcasing my photography, my travel photography with these presets. So people can read, and then I explain as well how to use them and a few more tips, which is gonna be very helpful. And if you go lower, you see here how I explain everything, what is a Lightroom preset, the before and the after. And this I did it all myself, guys, from the scratch, and it's super easy to do with the Squarespace. And the branding, you see the branding of my website is clean as hell. As clean as the best, guys. You are a photographer, you don't want the design of your website to distract the audience. So I would make it clean because it's the best way. I really love to do it with white. And I'm gonna skip to the next one, which is my equipment. Here, if you have a good equipment, put it, but if not, don't put it, because it's gonna be damaging actually. But you have a good equipment, which is my case, after so many years spending money, I put it, because so many people love to see my equipment, clients, agencies, they ask me which equipment I use, and then you guys as well on YouTube ask me a lot this. So you go to this section of my website, you can check my equipment, and if you click, you can see all the specs, so feel free to do so. But yeah, for clients it's very useful. So many times they ask me which software do you use or which lenses do you have. So I just send them the link and they are like, oh wow, actually you have a lot of equipment. So that's very good as well. And then the contact form. This is something super important I want to talk about. Again, a picture of myself here traveling. And then this is super important. A marketing manager told me, when you do a contact form, it's fine, have it there, but always next to it have also your email. Because marketing managers or agencies, so many times they don't text you straight away, but they collect emails first to have a database. And if they don't have your email, they don't contact you that moment because they don't want to contact you that moment, and they skip to the next one. And there is millions of photographers, guys, so they're not going to care about losing you. So yes, put the email here. You can see here my email. And then I put my location is London, mostly, but I travel to Ibiza and then worldwide, to be honest, because I used to travel a lot. I hope to do so again for work. And yeah, mostly that's it. And then here, your socials. And this is super important as well, because nowadays everyone asks you their socials. So you can go here to Instagram and people could see my Instagram account, my following, my pictures. And people nowadays, they ask your socials all the time. They love that. And then I want to talk about actually something I forgot about it. If you go to the dashboard, this is how the dashboard looks like. You have all the pages here. But then, guys, this is gold, because if you do photography and you have a bit of experience already, or if you don't, I tell you, when you do a photo shoot, you have to sign up sometimes in platforms where you can upload all the photo shoot edited and then pass the link to the client so the client can see the proofs. And the client can say, okay, I want this one, and I want this one. So you save money with Squarespace because you can do it from the inside of your website. So for this client, this product photography shoot I did for the pillowcases, I did here like a new page, but not linked to my menu, and private, set to private. And then here in settings, I went to enable page and password. So I put a password, and when I give the link to the client, I give them the link and a password. And then when you open the link, you see, it's protected by a password. And if they put the password, which I think it was this one, there you go. And how professional is that? Like, it's within your own website. You send your domain to your client with the private password. It looks super cool for them. And then they can see all the pictures of the photo shoot. Of course, always watermark in the middle all the pictures with Lightroom. You can do it in a batch. You watermark everything and then you put them there in low resolution as well, just in case, so they cannot steal them. And then the client would go through all the pictures. You can see all of them here. And then she can choose. She was my client and she loved this way I introduced my work. And then she chose the pictures she wanted. So this way you already save a lot of money because you don't have to pay an external platform. It's everything built up in Squarespace, and it's super cool and super professional to send your domain lauravc.com, whoever.com, and then slash the product brand or the client name, and then the private password. And they love that. I think it's very, very cool, and it makes you stand out to do that. And everything is included with the domain. And I'm gonna show you now the prices for you to see how bloody cheap it is, so you don't have an excuse, please. You have all these plans. I do have one of the most expensive, which is this one, £20, the commerce one. I do pay annually because it's way cheaper than monthly, they're paying monthly. And the commerce is highly recommended if you're a photographer and you wanna make passive income through presets, ebooks, courses, whatever you wanna sell online. You can take the commerce and you can sell your digital products there, which is amazing. If you don't want to do that yet, you can go for as little as £10, or if you are a business and you need more features, which are described here, 15. The 30 I would say is for bigger brands. You wouldn't need to pay as much as 30. But if you're a completely beginner, 10 is very good. If you are very professional already and you are getting a lot of work, go for business definitely. You don't need to go to commerce if you don't sell products. And if you want to go through the world online like I'm doing myself, go to the commerce. And it's 20 per month still, guys. It's super cheap and super affordable. So yeah, I really needed to tell you all of these, guys. And I was feeling like weird because it looks like a promotion, but it's what I'm using myself. I'm not a sponsor. So it is what it is. And so many people are asking me how you do your website. So there you go. I explained you everything. And then you can check it out, and please comment below if you have any questions about my website. You can check it out later with more time. And if you have questions about the Squarespace, because I'm quite handy with these things, so I can help you out as well. I always reply to every comment here on YouTube and on my Instagram account. So please, once again, subscribe to my channel and press a like because it has helped me a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and see you very soon.